Well, this came out of nowhere. Granted, it was rumoured for quite some time, but I didn't want to get my hopes up and set myself up for disappointment, but here it is. Let's have a little talk about it. What is up everybody, I hope you're all good. My name is Peter, and for this video, I wanted to talk about the recent Super Mario Bros. 35th Anniversary Direct that recently dropped, as it contains some announcements of interest that I, as a lifelong Mario fan, have some things to say about. If there's anything I missed, then chances are it didn't really grab my interest enough. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Firstly, we got the announcement of a special edition Game & Watch system that plays Super Mario Bros., which I guess is kinda cool, but ultimately doesn't interest me. So instead, we're gonna start off with the announcement of a Switch port of Super Mario 3D World. Based on what I've seen, I could have sworn I saw the characters doing a diving move like in Super Mario 64 and Odyssey, without the need of the cat power-up. So it looks like they could be changing it up to make the moveset more consistent with those games, but we'll have to see. We also have new content in the form of Bowser's Fury, which I'm guessing is a new side story like we've seen with other Switch ports and remakes like the Olimar and Louis Prologue and Epilogue coming to Pikmin 3 Deluxe, and a future connected story from Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. As another Wii U port, I'm personally not going to bother as I don't see the point in getting it again as someone who owned the original, but for any Switch owners out there that skipped it, I think you'll have a good time with this one, as it was a very well designed platformer that becomes more fun if you have friends or family to play it together. Next up, we saw Super Mario Bros. 35, which is basically what happens when you combine the Battle Royale genre with the 1985 classic. I think it's safe to say that Nintendo saw how popular Tetris 99 was and decided to do this for their most iconic game ever, and I've gotta say, I'm looking forward to trying it out. I'm not really sure why it's only available to play for a limited time, as it looks like it'll be discontinued in March of 2021. It just seems like a bit of a weird decision if you ask me, because once it's gone, I feel like that's one less reason to invest in Nintendo Switch Online membership, a few months after we've basically just been given a reason to be interested in getting one. Coming up next, we've seen the reveal of Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. Yes, that's a mouthful. From the looks of it, you get these toy carts with cameras attached to them, which then links up to the actual game. So this is probably the closest to Mario Kart in real life that we've gotten so far. It looks like another one of those crazy out of left field pieces of hardware that shows more of what the Switch hardware in general is capable of, like we've seen with Nintendo Labo and Ring Fit Adventure. So once again, Nintendo are still showing that their hybrid console has some unexpected tricks up their sleeves. It looks like you can change the layout of the course and customize it to your liking, which means that players are sure to get creative with various places around home, or even out in the real world, so I'm interested in seeing what people can do with it. After this, we got a plethora of different Mario events and merchandise releases taking place over the next few months. The one that stood out to me in particular was the announcement of the return of Mario-themed furniture coming to Animal Crossing New Horizons. This is because I really miss having Nintendo-themed items which are currently absent in New Horizons, so it's nice to know that at least some of it is coming back, and I hope this is an indication of other Nintendo franchises joining Mario afterwards, like Zelda, Metroid and Pikmin for example. Okay, let's get into the big one. The one that stood out to me the most, and I think it's safe to say that this was the fan favourite announcement of the Direct, and that is the Super Mario 3D All-Stars Collection. Consisting of Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and the first Super Mario Galaxy, I'm more than looking forward to revisiting these titles that shaped my childhood into one convenient package. While there is a strange absence of Super Mario Galaxy 2, the titles included are some of my favourite games of all time, and I haven't played them in ages. Technically I haven't played the original version of Mario 64, and my experience with that game comes in the form of the DS remake, but I'm absolutely itching to revisit Sunshine once again, as I can't remember the last time I actually played it in all honesty. These games absolutely captured my sense of wonder and immersion growing up, and are held close to my heart, so it's great to see them back, especially in a time where it feels as if the Switch wants to forget about Nintendo's rich legacy as a result of the lack of virtual console for systems besides the NES and SNES. One thing that I really don't get, however, is the fact that this collection is going to be a limited run, which to me really doesn't make sense. I can't help but feel like Nintendo are shooting themselves in the foot here, because realistically, what Switch owner out there doesn't want to be able to play these classics both at home and on the go? Forgive me if I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, as I am no businessman, but if Nintendo stops selling this collection after a certain point, I feel like they're missing out on a lot of money, and I'm just fearful that this is going to end up being another NES Classic situation, where they can't seem to live up to the demand and end up killing the hype as a result. Maybe in the best case scenario, this is just a marketing stunt to get more people interested so that if they choose to re-release it, there'll be another wave of hype long after its initial release, but I don't really have a good feeling about this, to be honest, because I don't see why something like this can't just keep on selling well for the rest of the Switch's life, like we see with normal releases. Anyway, that just about does it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know if there's anything from this 35th anniversary direct that stood out to you, as well as why that might be. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, see you later.